Life is good when you're in a custom home built by Camino Real Builders. Luxury living done right. Beautiful, spacious floor plans and unique touches you won't find anywhere else. Visit our website to see our model homes or bring your own ideas. Let us build your dream home.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Kodak. Back here again on RioSportsLive.com, and again, we thank you for joining us here. We are getting set now for the championship game as the Hanna Eagles will take on the Los Fresnos Lady Falcons, a battle of District 32 6A teams getting set here. Championship game at the Volley at the Beach. Those of you that were watching earlier, we had a little bonus coverage there, had the cameras running. We were doing some testing on the backside of things, getting ready for this broadcast. And now we're set to go. I'm Joe Bowling with you. Billy Watson, well, he's already packing up, getting ready to go back to college at Texas Tech. Our thanks again to Mr. Billy Watson, putting on quite a show throughout the summer, working with us and expanding his wings and getting set to go back to college with hopefully a new view on just how close he is to fulfilling perhaps some big-time dreams on becoming some way involved in journalism on the sports side. Los Fresno's out taking some warm-ups, so is Hanna. Neither team has made their way out on the court as far as at the net, but when we get to that point, we'll try to put our camera on the net and let you see just how important it is when these teams are going at it. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. We'll be back with more after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Flowers by Jessie on 208 East Jackson in Harlingen has fresh flowers daily and can range for you for any occasion. Recitals, quinceañeras, bridal showers, sympathy, and fresh flower arrangements. Let Flowers by Jessie handle those special needs or day. Call 956-425-2100. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12. Brighten someone's day with Flowers by Jessie, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
Si andas buscando trabajo, haz lo que hice yo. Y hablo con Southeast Contracting hoy.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, and thanks again for joining us here for our broadcast, my friends. Los Fresnos getting set to take on Hanna in the championship game here at the Volley at the Beach volleyball tournament. And now the Lady Falcons are at the net taking their warm-ups. And again, it's an impressive sight to see as this team is all hitters if asked to do so. That's just the way the program develops volleyball players, where the Falcons call home over at Los Fresnos. Meanwhile, the Hanna Lady Eagles will be on the sidelines. They'll be getting set, and they'll take their time at the net as well. Still about 9 minutes away from the opening serve. Los Fresnos will be playing in tournament action next week in their final tournament to start the season, as they'll be involved in play at Sherryland. That's probably our sights on our next tournament coverage is going to be the Sherryland tournament, which takes place Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week. The only thing that's going to keep us from additional broadcast in the early part of this week coming up and next week is the fact that we are gearing up for all of this football coverage, which is just a simple matter of time, location, and personnel, of getting everything in place to cover the number of football games that we have anticipated and are expecting fully to cover here on Real Sports Live. As the Hanna Eagles get set to take the court to take their warm-ups, the Falcons continue to put on a show. We'll be back after this on RealSportsLive.com. Frank's Collection Record Shop has a collection of vinyl records that rivals anyone, anywhere. Located in the back of the Antique Emporium on 123rd East Jackson Street, Frank's Record Shop has been delivering the best sounds from any age or style throughout the years. Records, coins, and more. It's Frank's Record Shop when you shop downtown Harlingen. There's nothing more personal than a homemade quilt, and at GOB Quilts on 102 South 3rd Street in Harlingen, they have everything for a quilter's dreams. Fabrics, tools, threads, and everything else needed for the smallest quilts to the most elaborate imagined. GOB Quilts is a unique source, and it's well worth a stop as you shop downtown Harlingen. Back here as we are, again, moving down the line, getting ready for the opening serve of this championship game at the Volley at the Beach tournament here in Port Isabel, Texas. On a Saturday here in the month of August. Hot outside, but a nice cool spot here in the gym. Our thanks again to everyone at the Port Isabel School District that assisted us in getting set for our broadcast perspective here that you see. Also with the assistance on the internet side and just the general hospitality of getting ready to broadcast games here. Not just this volleyball tournament, but games throughout the year here involving Port Isabel teams. We're becoming more and more involved across the board with more schools. Last week we were contacted by San Isidro. We're working out some details on getting their basketball team coverage throughout the year. And I'm talking about wall-to-wall coverage in these schools, and that's what we are gearing up towards. The systems are in place. The personnel is being put together, and of course the advertisers that are assisting us already and the advertising interest that is allowing us the full flexibility to start talking about covering teams, not just one or two teams at a time, but multiple teams here in the Rio Grande Valley, and eventually, someday, one day, all the teams in the Rio Grande Valley. Not just at the UIL level, my friends, either. We're talking about charter schools as well. We've been talking with several of them. I didn't know it until last week. There are 42 charter schools in the Rio Grande Valley that have varsity athletics, and we've already been talking with a couple of them that are indeed interested in having their games covered here on Rio Sports Live as well. Hanna Lady Eagles now on the court, taking their warm-up swings. We got about 5.5 minutes left before the opening serve is scheduled to start, at least on the current clock. This game was originally scheduled to start at 5 o'clock sharp. That's when they draw a bracket up. And usually when you draw a bracket up and then you play it out, if you were in a budgeting perspective, well, your budget would fall short one way or the other. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about some football broadcast for you as we get set for volleyball. It's the championship game of the Volley at the Beach at Port Isabel. Los Fresnos, Hanna on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
At the age of 22, I decided that I wanted to join the military. Once that was finished, I wanted to go and, exercise my mind and get an education.
I wanted to do something positive for my children, to provide for them financially, and I wanted to give back to the community.
My parents were here going to school back when I was a kid, so honestly, it was just a natural choice.
I don't have to leave to a bigger university. I can do it here in my hometown at my community college.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Whoa, what are you doing, man? We're having a commercial without me? Come to the Restore and save some money.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. Thanks again to Nip and Tuck Draperies, to Habitat for Humanity, and for all the other advertisers that are part of our broadcast here on this current game that we're bringing you from Port Isabel, Texas. We were also talking about some additional coverage here for the Port Isabel Tarpons on the football side. And yes, my friends, I'm already looking at the possibilities of covering all of their games and adding already what would be a 15th stadium to the list of games that we are hoping to kick off the football season with full-blown coverage here on Rio Sports Live. And keep in mind that as we release the information this week about the broadcasts that are expected to be covered here on Rio Sports Live, we are working with all the schools, trying to work it out, all the details, and make sure the broadcasts are all quality broadcasts for fans, regardless of where they are in the world, to hear the games live on Friday nights, see the games on a delayed basis, and not only hear but see the games on Thursdays and Saturdays throughout the Rio Grande Valley. Teams like Port Isabel have reached out to us during the summer asking what it would take to get their football team covered, and all they requested was audio only. But again, we should have the mechanism in place to have audio and then a video about an hour after the games. And with meetings with advertisers here in the area for Port Isabel, that's becoming a reality of being able to cover the cost of what it will take for us to get our crews out here and also fund the equipment that may be needed to expand into an additional system. Advertisers who are watching this, or a potential advertiser, we leapfrogged into the perspective of being a viable advertising source sometime in the basketball season is the way I would put it. We started this all off October. We're still less than a year old as we continue to move forward and grow. But once basketball season kicked off, or tipped off, I should say, we started to generate numbers on a consistent basis, and then those numbers continue to grow on a monthly basis, game by game, as we ramped up the number of games past 100 into 200 into 300 into 400, beyond 400 games by the time we got into softball and baseball. Now with this year and the expectation of doing 1,000 games, that means the sky's the limit. So advertisers who are looking for a place to have their service or their store or their products in front of eyeballs that are potential buyers or customers, we're your source. RioSportsLive.com. Back after this.
We're this close.
We are this close
Of wanting
to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
All right, the countdown has concluded. The teams are now over on the sideline for their final word from their coaches, in this case the Los Fresnos Falcons, who are, on paper, the favorite coming into this tournament. But however, there's some noise that's been made by their opponent, the Hanna Lady Eagles, who have ramped up their play here for this tournament. And they, too, have shown the ability to bring it on every serve and every play, advancing to the championship game. These two teams, well, as I was talking to a couple of the coaches, they're not going to be strangers to one another. This is not going to be the last time they play each other. There's a couple of district games coming up. They're in the same district. And what a district that 32-6A is suddenly shaping up to be, with Hanna, Los Fresnos, Rivera, San Benito. We saw Harlingen the other night. All teams in that district. Harlingen South, we haven't got to see them yet. We may be involved in broadcasting one of their games, perhaps on Tuesday. The two teams meet at the center of the net. Jacob Howe on the camera, my wife Dahlia punching the buttons. And we are set for the opening serve here of this one between the Falcons and the Eagles. Falcons will be in the white uniforms with the maroon trim. The Hanna Lady Eagles over on our right side as I scan this court will have the white uniforms with the black and gold trim. Important for Hanna to take advantage of any hitting situations. Los Fresnos will bring an aggressive style. When given a chance, they will go for the big swing. They also have some Tremendous vision on that team. If you get caught backpedaling to cover big hits, they can certainly place tap balls just across the net for the easy points as well. For Hanna, we've seen some big play by Odalis Gonzalez. She'll be wearing number 6. She'll start on the right side as an outside hitter. Also, Ari Arsenault, who was in the game to start, but now she'll exit out for just a moment, and now she'll be back on the court. Those are the 2 primary hitters that Hanna will bring to the table, and unlike some of the other teams that were weaving their way trying to get to the championship game, Hanna has more than 1 hitter. Now, Arsenault will check out to start this game, and that allows Rebecca Schlater to check in. She'll be the libero. Meanwhile, Los Fresnos set to set. Sarah Villarreal back of the service line. And here we go with the championship game. Serve across, played by the Lady Eagles with a high set, back set. Big swing, off the net, point. Right on cue, Odalis Gonzalez, one of the hitters I told you to be watching for, puts one away, makes it a 1-0 game. She'll rotate back to serve, and here comes Ari Arsenault into the game. Serve across is a good one. Played by Los Fresnos. Their passing usually pretty good. Big swing, and off the hands and into the stands it goes. Point, Lady Falcons. Big swing that time by Sandra Salazar. Salazar checks out of the game. Alex Garcia checks in for the Lady Falcons of Los Fresnos. Garcia puts it across. Good pass by the Lady Eagles. Set it up. There's Arsenault on the back row. Played by the Lady Falcons. That's Isis Delgado, who is the libero. That's a big hit down and in. Point, Lady Falcons. 2-1 your score. Garcia to serve again. Knuckleball serve. Good pass. Lady Eagles set it on a back set, tipped over the block, but covered right back on the Hanna side. Again, they'll set it up. Off the net, punched over. That's over the baton, a point to the Lady Falcons. So the double block that time by the Lady Falcons offset the big swing by the Hanna Lady Eagles. They're up 3-1. Garcia serves again. Right down the middle, played by Hanna. On the back row, they'll ease it over. Golden opportunity here for the Lady Falcons. A high back set off the net, spike across, point. Emma Stumbaugh with the kill. Makes it a 4-1 game. Garcia continues to serve. We saw this in their semifinal game. This Los Fresnos team can rattle off 8-10 points in a row. Before you know it, you're in a double-digit deficit. Another ace served up. This time, Garcia continues to excel on her first rotation back to the service line. Garcia ready to serve again. Brings that across. Good pass this time. Hanna will set it up off the net. Swing past the block. Covered on the backside by Delgado. Big swing across. Hanna covers that. Set it up at the net. Eased over. Los Fresnos, Lady Falcons, another opportunity here to score. Big swing down and in. Big kill. Caitlin Mata on the kill. 6-1 game. Hanna trails. They'll call a timeout. Lady Falcons on a roll here in game 1. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Timeout was called there by the Hanna Lady Eagles. Meanwhile, over there on the flip side, the Los Fresnos Lady Falcons are talking it over right now. The encouragement there would be just maintain what you're doing, as they, out of the gate, have jumped out to a 5-point lead. Mostly under the serve of Alex Garcia, the points off serve, that is. But they've mixed it up on the hitters. Mata with a big hit. Stumbaugh with a big kill. Already Salazar has a kill. Serve across by Garcia after the timeout. Pass right on the money. A set by Fernandez. That hit is blocked right back on the Hanna side. Now Arsenault puts it over. Lady Falcons cover that. Off the net, ease it over. Chance for Hanna to get a point set up here. Set it up high for Arsenal. Got it past the block, and out of bounds it goes. Right idea. The back row was available on the corners, but just out of range. Point for the Lady Falcons. Garcia serves again. Kept alive by Hanna. They'll have to get this over. They do. Played by the Lady Falcons. A high set to Stambaugh. That is blocked, and it goes off the Stambaugh. Point Hanna. Stambaugh was falling back, couldn't get out of the way of the ball. She knew it was going to be out of bounds, but nowhere to go. 7-2 game. That ends the service run by Garcia. Back to the line, Aniel Aguero, and she'll serve for the Lady Eagles. Lady Falcons on the attack from the cross court on a back set. Blocked there, right back at you. Another attack. That's blocked, punched in the air, kept alive. Back over on the Los Fresnos side. Lady Falcons will set it up. Stambaugh swings down the line. Out of bounds it goes. Point Hanna. 7-3, and how about the heads-up play on the front row that time by Hanna on the defense. Serve across is a deep serve. Played from the corner for the Lady Falcons up to the center with a back set. Swing across. Back there to cover that, Slater. Now on the back row set. That ball's down the corner. Diving play this time by Delgado. Ball over on the Hanna side. Good chance here for the Lady Eagles. Big set for Arsenault. Tries to put it away. Garcia picks that up. Stambaugh now tips it off. Down the backside. That's a point for the Lady Falcons. Emma Stambaugh with the kill. I want to make sure I send a shout out there to some of the fans that are watching the game. If you're watching the game, such as Debbie Esparza, Landon Jennings, tell us where you're watching the game. Hello, Evie Vasquez, who checks in to watch. 8-3 game. Hanna on this swing there. That's off the block, and that's a point for the Lady Eagles. If the Lady Eagles can regroup after sustaining that early run by the Lady Falcons, then it looks like they've got the firepower to swing with this Falcon team. The problem is the Falcons are going to keep coming. Good serve this time, but a great pass. That's off the block and a point on a kill by Victoria Hernandez. 5-point lead for the Lady Falcons. Substituting in is Hanna Castillo. Castillo will serve. Game one here of this championship set. Serve across, short serve. Played by the Lady Eagles. A pass ahead to Aguero. Back set for Arsenault. Her hit is blocked right back on the Hanna side. Hanna will get this over as Alvarez puts it over on the Los Fresnos side. Lady Falcons set up Stambaugh off the block and covered. Hanna will turn that into a set. Back set. That's blocked right back at you. Hernandez, another block for Los Fresnos. 10-4 game. Hanna Castillo will serve. Short serve. Pass by Alvarez. Back set from Aguero to Arsenault. Over. Lady Falcons on the attack. The set by Villarreal. That's over the net. Played on the Hanna side. Cross court set for Natalie Arnold. Put over on the Los Fresnos side. Tipped across. Hanna on the chance to attack here. Arsenault right past the block. And it's in for the point. Diving attempt by Hanna Castillo, but Arsenault had enough pace on that for the point. Hello from the Dervisevich family. Hope I got that name right. 10-5 your score. Lady Falcons, that's a hammering kill. Victoria Hernandez thunders one away. 6-point lead. Substitutions rotating off the bench for both teams. Checking in for Los Fresnos on the front row is Sandra Salazar. Meanwhile, back to the service line, Giovanni Adame. Adame puts it over. Hanna, the first hit over the net. Misplayed by Los Fresnos. Point to Hanna. I know it's early in the season, but we haven't seen many miscues by this Los Fresnos team here in this tournament. Last week we saw them over at the Pound Fest in McAllen. And in just a week's time, they've come some big steps forward. That's off the block. Hanna will get a chance here with a good set. Tipped over the block, covered though by the Lady Falcons. Back set this time. Hit across on the back row. Schlater's there to play that on the second hit. Third hit over. Lady Falcons attack again. A high set, middle of the net this time. That's off the block. Arsenault doing a good job of adjusting these hits. That spike across and down for a point for the Lady Eagles. Great set that time for the Lady Eagles. Back to the service line is Tabitha Fernandez. Fernandez with a serve across. Can Hanna string a couple of points together? Lady Falcons have been in control of this momentum. That hit is out. Point to Hanna. I want to send a shout out to some of the fans out there watching. Thanks again to Evie Vasquez for the compliment. And I want to say hello to Patrick Brown. Coach Brown and the Los Fresnos Falcons will be on our broadcast on their home games this year on RioSportsLive.com. There's a hit across by the Hanna Eagles, and just like that, it's a 2-point game. Hanna battling back here in game one. Tabitha Fernandez to serve again. Short serve. Good play on the set. Jump set this time. Big swing off the block, kept alive. Hanna puts in the back corner and a point. How about that well-placed hit? 1-point game. Timeout on the floor. Los Fresnos wants to talk. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew.
Welcome to King Cuts.
We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Looking for a great place for a meal to start your day or a lunch plate that will be made just for you? Then stop by 210 West Jackson Street in Harlingen and enjoy El Sombrero Restaurant. Great food prepared 7 days a week and delivered with a smile. El Sombrero brings the taste of authentic food in an atmosphere that is sure to bring you back for more. El Sombrero Restaurant, 210 West Jackson Street, is a must-stop when you shop downtown Harlingen. Back to action after the timeout. Los Fresnos Lady Falcons on the attack. Thus far, Hanna has covered everything hit across. Falcons on the attack again. Jump set, big spike off the block, and a point. And that was just relentless attacking that time from the Lady Falcons. 4 different attempts to get the point, but they earned it there. Back up 2 for the Lady Falcons. Back to serve, Isis Delgado. That's across. Lady Eagles with a good pass. Set it up middle. Big swing. That's off the block. Played by the Lady Falcons. On the attack from the left side. Double block. Right back at you. Point, Hanna. They set up Sandra Salazar. A double block answered the question. Point across for Hanna. They have got it back to within 1. Back to serve is Alexis Alvarez. Alvarez to serve this one across. After a pause, she's ready with a jump serve. That's a good one, right on the money with a pass. Cross court set this time, that's Mata, puts it over. Hanna couldn't cover it, point, Los Fresnos. Like I said during the pregame, you get caught awaiting everything to be a big hit, and then they'll come and change the pace on you. The Lady Falcons. Falcons have led throughout the game. Sarah Villarreal back to serve. Short serve, played by Hanna, right on the money. A pass set by Fernandez, hit off the baton. That's a point to Los Fresnos. Right side set for Odalis Gonzalez. Again, she had a big semifinal run to help her team edge into this championship game. That serve in the net, that's rare. Service there for either of these teams. You can probably count them on one hand in the games we broadcast. 2-point lead nonetheless for the Lady Falcons. Back to serve again is Gonzalez. Deep serve. Pass up near the net. A big set this time, tipped over. Punched up in the air. Hanna will try to set it in the net, nothing doing. Second hit was just punched up instead of directed. And thus far, no real control on where that ball was going. Point, Lady Falcons. Back to serve, Sandra Salazar. Salazar across. Slaughter there, plays it to Arsenault. Third hit, an easy one over. Here comes Los Fresnos on the attack. Quick set this time, that's out of bounds though. Too much pace on that one. Caitlin Mata off the back row. Lady Falcons will substitute into the game. To the back row goes Alex Garcia. Meanwhile, for the Hanna Lady Eagles, Natalie Arnold checks in, front row, left side. Back to serve, Aniel Aguero. Aguero serves, deep serve. Played by Delgado. Passes it to Villarreal, sets it cross net, and a kill by Emma Stambaugh. Lady Falcons back up 3. This is game 1. Caitlin Mata to serve again. Gets it across. Good pass, a high set to Aguero. Second hit over. Trouble, but the Falcons do get it over. Pass this time by Slatter. Back to Delgado, to Arsenault, looking for the back corner. Played that time by Villarreal to keep it alive. Back on the Hanna side. A better chance here for a good set and a point. Arsenault swings away. Out of bounds it goes. Artie Arsenault knew the blockers weren't going to get there in time. Nonetheless, she tried to get away from the back row coverage with a cross angle hit. Just missed. Out of bounds. On the attack again. This is a cross court. That's a great placement of the hit. That's in. Odalis Gonzalez for the point. 3-point lead for the Lady Falcons of Los Fresnos. Back to serve is Jenna Otero. Otero will serve. Delgado there to try to dig that. Nothing doing. Got it past the libero. Point for the Lady Eagles of Hanna. Otero will serve again. That's with some pace. Passed nicely by Halford. Ball up near the net, though. That's a point as Arsenault said thank you. The pass was a little too strong, and Arsenault at the net for Hanna cuts it back to a 1-point game. Jenna Otero to serve again, this time for the tie. Again with pace, right on the money to Delgado. Good pass this time, center of the net, spiked away, and a point. Victoria Hernandez puts that away, and that's textbook. Pass, set, kill. Substituting in, Hannah Castillo will check in the game for Los Fresnos. She'll serve. Castillo ready to roll. Short serve. Good pass, Hannah, high set. Off the net, spike back to Delgado. Quickly it comes forward to Hernandez, puts it over. Good recovery that time by Otero. Now a set for Arsenault, puts for the sideline again, and out of bounds it goes. That angle's there. She can just get a little more downward motion on that. In this case, they will call that in. Again, as I said, that angle is there on the attack. Arsenault to serve, looking for the tie. Lady Falcons will set it up, a high set. This time, no blockers there. Easy kill for Victoria Hernandez. If you're not going to commit blockers, you have to commit coverage deep in your defense, and that time, neither. The floor was spread. It was an easy view for Hernandez to put that away. 2-point game. Ball rolls away. The Lady Falcons over to retrieve it. Giovanna Adame to serve. That's an ace. Adame caught the back row playing deep. Found home on the ace. 20-17 game. Adame to serve again. Deeper serve, this time played by Otero. They set it up. There's Gonzalez. Odalis has it blocked. Set it up again, looking for Gonzalez. She wasn't ready. Ball over by Otero. Here comes Los Fresnos on the attack. Cross court set, this time tipped over the block, played by Hanna. On the back row, Otero puts it over. A set by Villarreal. Big set this time. Off the block, point, Hernandez. Hernandez having a good rotation through the front row this time around for the Lady Falcons. 4-point lead. Serve again by Adame. Lady Eagles set it off the net in the middle. That's too strong. Out of bounds it goes. 5-point lead for Los Fresnos. Timeout called by the Lady Eagles. They battled it within one. Do they have a little more? Los Fresnos trying to put game one away. Back after this. Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is a perfect stop when looking for a full-service salon. Located in downtown Harlingen at 207 West Jackson Street, Southern Beauty offers full body waxing, spray tans, makeup, massage, and more. Specializing in hair care and offering haircuts, highlights as well. Need nails done? Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is ready for manicures, pedicures, shellac, and solar. A Brazilian blowout certified salon is Southern Beauty Spa and Salon, downtown Harlingen, Texas. Back here, Southern Beauty and Spa has some great deals going on, including $15 off for a new customer. So if you saw the ad here on Real Sports Live, great place to get any needs done as far as hair care, nails, and massage. Serve across by Los Fresnos, Lady Falcons. And that's another ace by Giovanni Adame. And suddenly the Lady Falcons are 1 point away from taking game one. This went from 17-16 Los Fresnos to 24-17 in a hurry. Big swing. This is blocked, and Hanna can't get it over. Point Los Fresnos. They win game one. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com. Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. Fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sports Fans. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425-7600. It's Sports Fans when you shop downtown Harlingen.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here after the timeout, and we are set to go to start game two. And Los Fresnos Lady Falcons taking on the Hanna Lady Eagles. It'll be the Eagles serving. Alexis Alvarez back at the service line to start game two before they get the serve out. The official wants to check things over on the rotation, make sure his card matches how they're set up to start this game two. Our thanks again to Los Fresnos for assisting us here in this broadcast. And to all the schools who are now understanding what Real Sports Live is all about and assisting us in getting set up for the broadcast from various venues. I think all that confusion is set and we are ready to roll. Alvarez has been waiting a while to serve. Now she's ready. And we're underway, game two. Lady Falcons will set it up. Villarreal has been the primary setter, this time to Mata. That's over. Played by Castillo. Back set this time. Adds a crunching blow and a point to Hanna to start game two. Natalie Davila put that one away. Alvarez to serve again. Played by the Lady Falcons. High set, middle. This time off the block. Covered by Hanna. Off the net, they'll get it over on the third hit. Here come the Lady Falcons on the attack. This time blocked right back at you. Gonzalez starts the game on the front row this time on the rotation. Blocked that kill attempt right back for point number 2. Serve across by Alvarez. A good one, played by the Lady Falcons. Out of bounds it goes, an ace. Quick 3-0 lead for Hanna to start game 2. They trailed throughout game 1, managed to tie it late a couple of times, but never enjoyed a lead. Now they do for how long will that last? Spike across, that's off the back row, played by Hanna. They will get it over. Out of bounds it goes though. Point to the Lady Falcons. Substitution in the game for Hanna. Checking in. Rebecca Schlatter checks into this game. Serve across, a good one. Played by Hanna with a quick set at the net. Punched over. Here come the Lady Falcons on the attack. Big swing by Mata. Played, though, by the Lady Eagles. Off the net this time. That's blocked. Into the net it went. Point for Los Fresnos. 3-2 game. Highlights of all our games will be coming up later on, my friends. We, again, appreciate you watching all of our games here on Real Sports. Serve is a pretty good one. Played by Hanna on the back row this time. With a back set for Gonzalez. Picked up by Delgado. Allows that set. Hit across. Nothing doing. Point, Los Fresnos. Sandra Salazar put that away. The lead was brief for Hanna. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Lady Falcons, Saras Villarreal serves for the lead. Short serve and an ace right down central. 4 consecutive points reeled off now by the Lady Falcons. Villarreal will serve again. This time that serve covered. Ball up near the net, though. Hanna will not get it over. 4 hits called on the Lady Eagles. 5-3. It's like Hanna upped the ante. Lady Falcons responded. Kicked into another gear here to regain the lead and now have the serve looking for more. Villarreal puts it across. That pass over on the Los Fresnos side. Villarreal becomes the setter, sets it up. Here comes Salazar off the block point. 6-3 lead. Villarreal will serve again. Timeout called by Hanna first. They had a 3-0 lead. Remember that. It's now 6-3. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex & Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
After the timeout, a serve across by Los Fresnos. Hanna will go on the attack, and good timeout call as Odalis Gonzalez puts that off the block for the point and ends the run by Los Fresnos. Turns the serve over to the Hanna Eagles. Gonzalez rotates back to serve. That means Arsenal will rotate front row, left side. Gonzalez serves have been good. This is in the net. I wasn't going to say it, and I was like, I won't jinx her, but yet I did. Just when I said Los Fresnos had been playing mistake-free. They made a couple of mistakes. Falcons serve it across. Eagles there to play that. Set up Arsenal off the net. Played over on the Los Fresnos side from the spike line, and that ball goes in the net. Caitlin Mata misjudged that one. Point back to the Lady Eagles. Substituting in, Aniel Aguero. Aguero will serve. Aguero puts it across. Played by the Lady Falcons. Cross-court set for Stamball. That's blocked. Falcons on the attack again. Set it up. Stamball again. Punches it over the block this time, and it's a point. Miscommunication after the block on who was going to cover that. Aguero was there, so was Rebecca Schlatter. 3-point lead. Lady Falcons with the serve. Looking for more. Hanna. Arsenal. That's over on the angle. Played, punched up by Villarreal. Chance here for Hanna. High set, back set, big swing. Covered again by Villarreal on the back row. Played over. Eagles on the attack again. This time they'll set Natalie Arnold off the block. Point, Hanna. Natalie Arnold put that one in the right spot. Substitutes in the game for Hanna. Checking in is Jenna Otero. All the games earlier are on our YouTube channel, my friends. And they're also available on our website on realsportslive.com. A 9-6 game as the Lady Falcons go back up 3. That's serve. Played by Hanna. They'll ease it over. Chance here for the Lady Falcons to build on the lead. Big swing. That's blocked. Played back on the Lady Falcons side. Los Fresnos puts it over. Hanna goes on the attack. Set up off the net. Back row attempt. That's a great diving play by Hanna Castillo. Now a big hit. Played by Hanna. Hanna back on the offense for a moment. Now Los Fresnos can attack. Stamball off the double block. And a point. Lady Falcons score the point. Now they're up 4. And that's a point to Los Fresnos. Substituting into the game for Hanna. Alondra Ovalle will check in. Ovalle will take a spot on the front row. Meanwhile, serving again, Hanna Castillo. Hanna on the attack. Set it up, left side. Nice pick that time by Delgado. Hanna can attack again. Setting this time was Ovalle. Sets up Arsenal, tries to put it away. Again, Delgado there to pick that up. Again, they'll attack. This time from the right side. Down and in, point Hanna. Lady Eagles just relentless attacking that time, and that's what Los Fresnos brought out of the gate in game 1. 11-7 game. Arsenal back to serve. Quick set. That's over. Played on the Hanna side. Chance here for the Lady Eagles. Center set. This time back corner. That's in. Odalis Gonzalez with the right spot that time in the back corner. 3-point game. Lady Falcons with the lead. Looking to score on a return to serve here. Meanwhile, Ari Arsenal ready to serve again. Right down the middle. Played by Delgado with a pass. They'll set it up to Stamball. Puts it down and in. Point Los Fresnos Lady Falcons. Emma Stamball finds the right spot. Substitutions check in for Los Fresnos. Into the game, Giovanni Adame will now serve. Sandra Salazar to the front row. Adame to serve. Short serve, played by the Lady Eagles off the net. Back set, miss hit, point Lady Falcons. Natalie Arnold with her pass had her setter coming back to the net. Put her in a tough spot. Adame to serve again. Deep serve this time, punched in the air. And another point for the Lady Falcons. 2 serves with pace have resulted in points for Los Fresnos as the pass has been unsuccessful for the Lady Eagles. This time, a pass up near the net allows a set to Gonzalez. Looking down the line, in the net it goes though. Gonzalez cut in the net. 15-8 game. Another serve coming up for Adame. Just across for an ace. Giovanni Adame rattles off another point with another ace. 8-point lead for the Lady Falcons. They won game 1. Adame with another good serve. Return this time. Ball over on the Hanna side. Gonzalez puts that away. Odalis Gonzalez with the kill. 16-9 game. Tabitha Fernandez back to serve. Right on the money with a pass. Lady Falcons set it up. This is Salazar. That's down and in. Sandra Salazar with a kill. (17-9) game. Back to serve for the Lady Falcons is Isis Delgado. Big set for Gonzalez off the block. Played by the Lady Falcons. Tipped over and kept alive by Hanna. Ball back over. Set it again, middle of the net. Big swing. Down in the corner, point Lady Falcons, and Caitlin Mata with a kill. 18-9 game. This one across, played by the Lady Eagles. Gonzalez puts that over, played by Los Fresnos. Quick set for Villarreal, puts that off the block, played by Hanna. Set it up this time, that's Izaguirre. Back over, it's blocked, point Los Fresnos. Official said it went in the net. So 4 hits called against Hanna. Double-digit lead for Los Fresnos. Hanna checks in Julissa Molina. Serve across in the direction of the back corner. That's in for an ace. Ace served up that time by Isis Delgado. My wife called that. That was a good highlight right there. Reminding you our highlight reel will be ready of all these games sometime a bit later on. Swing across by the Lady Eagles. In the net, Los Fresnos. Point Hanna. Substitution in the game for Hanna. This is Natalie Davila into the game. Back to serve, Alexis Alvarez. Gets it over. Played by the Lady Falcons of Los Fresnos. On the attack, set it up to Mata. Puts it over. Played by Hanna. They'll have to ease this over. Good chance here for the Lady Falcons. A high set center. Mata again swings away. Good pick by Fernandez. Again, set it up this time to Salazar. Double block in the net. Point Los Fresnos. 2 sets for Mata. The final finish by Salazar. Back to serve, Sarah Villarreal. Short serve played by Hanna. Becomes a hitting opportunity for the Falcons. Hanna gets it over. Falcons on the attack. Big swing. That's blocked. Los Fresnos back on the attack again. Over on the Hanna side. Eagles with a chance. Punched over on the second hit. Eagles playing it again. Back on the Los Fresnos side. Villarreal rotates up to set Mata. Off the block. Played by the Eagles on the back row. Punched over. Falcons again. Villarreal sets it up. Back set this time. Cross corner. In the corner. Point Tate Halford. 22-10 the score. Villarreal to serve again. Short serve played by the Eagles. Back set for Gonzalez. That's blocked. Eagles back on the attack. From the back row, here come the Falcons. Center to Mata, puts it away. A block and then a kill. 13-point lead for Los Fresnos. This time they have to wait to retrieve the ball. Meanwhile, timeout called by the Lady Eagles. Los Fresnos, told you they found another gear. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com. Downtown Harlingen has a wide assortment of shops that cater to a collector's dreams. Add Grasshopper for a must-see when you're strolling down Jackson Street. At 221 East Jackson, Grasshopper has a little bit of everything from vintage antiques to specialty collectibles. Displayed with the hands of experience in the business for years. Take the time to enjoy what this store has to offer. Grasshopper, 221 East Jackson Street, as you shop downtown Harlingen. Back here on Real Sports Live after the timeout called by the Lady Eagles. Hanna sets up Odalis Gonzalez, gets it over. Easily covered by Los Fresnos. Set up Mata, tips it over the block. Hanna there to play that back in the back row. Delgado with a pass to Villarreal. Sets up Mata again. Hammers away. Hanna with a nice coverage that time. Good dig by Tabitha Fernandez. This time a swing cross court. Picked up also by Hanna. Julissa Molina with a pick. Falcons set up Mata again. Block back at you. Gonzalez at the net challenging Mata. Ball still loose and a point called to Hanna. Lady Eagles battle for that point. Two good defensive digs and then the challenge at the net won by Odalis Gonzalez. She'll serve. And that's an ace. Hanna team has had some success with Gonzalez at the service line in earlier games. They'll need a bundle of points here this round. Played this time. Second hit over. And in point. Credit Sarah Villarreal. Game point now for Los Fresnos Lady Falcons. Back to serve is Sandra Salazar. Championship round of the gold bracket. Serve is good, and that's an ace, and Los Fresnos wins it in two. 24-12, the championship belongs to the Lady Falcons. We were asked if there's going to be an MVP and tournament MVP. We'll take a look and see. I was given a one-sheeter that didn't talk about that. So we'll take a look and see if there's a trophy presentation indeed. They do have some trophies out, so we'll stick it around for that. We'll hone in on that as they will hand out the trophies to the first and second place teams. This was a District 32 6A matchup, my friends. They'll be playing again, and most likely we'll be covering some of those games on RealSportsLive.com. We just tipped the iceberg on the coverage that's coming up. They'll walk over and hand the trophy to the Los Fresnos Lady Falcons, and they'll hoist the championship. And they are the champions of the Volley at the Beach 2018. That's going to wrap up our broadcast because, indeed, we're going to have to put our stuff away, and they're going to empty this gym in a hurry. And we don't necessarily set up and take down as quick as what you might think. It's a lot harder than it was last year at this time. We got a lot more equipment. Our broadcasts are getting a little bit better. For my wife, Dahlia, running the show as far as the computer goes, for Jake Howe, who's run the camera all day, getting a taste of what it's like. We'll hone in on the Falcons one more time as the Lady Falcons, again, are champions of the 2018 Volley at the Beach from Port Isabel. Thanks again to Port Isabel High School for all the schools that assist us in broadcasting and for the coaches who we talked to before these games that allowed us the opportunity to showcase their athletes and their teams. Until next time, from Port Isabel, I'm Joe Bowling. Keep tuned in, and we'll see you later on RealSportsLive.com.